What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are going to be doing another video in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM, and in this video we are going to be talking about the new packs that have been released and how it is going to cause a complete market crash in NBA 2K20 MyTEAM. And if you guys don't know what I mean by that, just have a look at the cards that are in these packs. So these are the promo super packs, and these packs right here have got most of the best cards in the game. So you've got Bol, you've got Melo, you've got Tmac, you've got Magic Johnson, you got Caruso, you got Taco, you got Derrick Rose, you've got Ralph Sampson, Brian Scalabrine, Paul George, Greg Oden, Jimmer, AD. Funnily enough though, after they literally have a gigantic gap. So you've got one singular amethyst, and then it jumps down to sapphires. There's like no rubies. There are some emeralds in these packs though, which is a little bit annoying. But at least you're guaranteed one of the promo packs, I guess. So, cards that are going to completely tank in value. If you have been investing in any promo pack, they're going to tank. They are going to tank so hard. So hard. Trust me, they're going to tank. If you have invested in, let me have a look, multi-dimensional cards. I'm telling you right now, these cards are going to tank. Like, as much as this J.R. Smith is not worth 15k, if you really want J.R. Smith and you can't afford the other one, then you're going to get these for a lot cheaper. But certain players that I've kind of half been holding on to, like Matt Barnes. At one stage, he was like 7 or 8k. Right now, you're seeing Matt Barnes down at 1100 MT. And honestly, I think his price is just going to keep falling. He's going to be so packed so often, he's worthless. Guys like Charlie Ward, again, are just absolutely worthless in game now. Well, they were worthless anyway, but they actually have no value now because they're not even rare anymore. So even people with collector levels are going to be getting all these cards cheap. But I think it's going to have a massive effect on guys like Magic and Melo. So you're looking at Magic Johnson, who's 461k. And let's have a look to see how many of him are being pulled. So these packs are at what? Like, look at that. Look at that. 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute difference. 2 in the 1 minute, 2 minute difference. I look at that. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the last 26 minutes. Whereas there is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's been 5 put up in the last 3 hours and 13 minutes, and there's 11 in the last 30 minutes alone. So that is absolutely nuts. Like, that 100% is going to bring his price down by the guts of 100k. Same with Melo. There's actually a lot more Melos than Magic Johnsons. So I'm guessing there's going to be a lot more impact as well. Not necessarily. There is still a lot of him. Like, there's still more Melos in the last half an hour than there was in the 3 hours beforehand. So for that reason, Carmelo Anthony is honestly, again, these cards are going to drop in price. So if you have a lot of MT, like, I'm so happy I sold my Taco Fall. I'm saying that right now, like, Taco Fall, right now, you're seeing this one here for 220k. That's what mine sold for, like 220, 230k. I would not be surprised if I'm able to pick up my Taco Fall with my 168k right now. I would not be that surprised at all. How do I only have 168k? What did I spend my MT on? Oh, this is the other account. This is my other account. I was like really wondering. I was like, I have a lot more than that in my no money spent account. But yeah, either way, like, that's the thing. So Taco's probably going to go down to about 180k. So he's going to drop at 40k. If you're looking at cards like Boban could drop to 15k. I'm saying that right now. Boban could honestly drop to 15k. And that is a kind of scary prospect for anyone who has invested in a Boban. You see just literally there's a Boban going up every minute right now. And even though Boban, he still is around the same price he was yesterday, I can see Boban dropping quite a bit, to be honest. Like, he's already dropped below 20k from the 23k he was 15 minutes ago. And yeah, like, he's now comfortably going under 19k. 17.5k. Like, I can see him dropping even further. I can see him dropping very, very low. Like 70k, 50. He's already 15k. I didn't think he was going to drop this quickly, but yeah, Boban is already at his lowest ever price. So make it at what you will. So the market's going to completely crash from these packs. Saying that right now. Let's have a look at Tmac. Tmac's probably the most expensive of all these cards, and he's also kind of the one that most people would want. In my opinion, the best card in the game. So let's have a look. There's actually a fair amount of Tmacs on the market. Oh, he's being packed a fair amount. Again, more Tmacs in the last half an hour than there has been in... Way more Tmacs in the last half an hour than there has been the 3 hours beforehand. Like, the market's almost doubled, so his price is... It's not going to half, but it's going to drop by at least 100k. So it's honestly, for these cards, it's a buyer's market right now. Yeah, every card kind of gradually goes down over time. Cards do depreciate because they're constantly releasing bigger and better cards. Cards will always depreciate in value. However, in terms of short-term gain, today is not a bad day to buy. Like, it wouldn't be the worst idea in the world to buy today and sell in a couple of days. And also, I have a weird feeling something's happening tomorrow. Like, by something, I mean something big. So, I think worst case scenario in terms of like content, these cards expire. Like, these cards expire and we just get new spotlights in moments cards. But I have a weird feeling that they're releasing these promo super packs because there is something big coming. I don't know. Maybe it's living in hope. Maybe it's somehow clutching for straws, somehow having hope in 2K, which a lot of people don't. Like, it's hard to have hope. I have a weird feeling that they're putting these packs out to flood the market with any card so that the market's kind of deflated completely, and that it then becomes a buyer's market so that people can buy cards if there is a spotlight set tomorrow. I am telling you, that is like living in hope. That is completely living in hope. So now I'm going to spend a couple of minutes talking about what you guys can do to best make MT. So while personally I'm not the greatest investor in the world, I'm not a bad investor by any means. Like, I bought a bunch of Shaqs for 1k and sold them all for 5k. I bought a bunch of Thon Makers for like less than 2k MT, like 1500-ish MT. And I sold all of my Thon Makers for at least 3.5, 4k MT. Again, my ill-fated Devin Harris investments, though I have none of him left, unfortunately. But basically, I bought a load of Devin Harris cards for discard value, and I ended up discarding most of them, but I made a little bit of profit. My Charlie Ward investments are obviously not going to pay off because I have 3 of them sitting here. I did not realize how many of them I had. Oh, I'm on the complete wrong account here. I don't know why I have 1 Taco Fall. I was like, I should have 10 Taco Falls in my no money spent account. But I still have some Devin Harris left as far as I know. But yeah, so basically in terms of investing, the cards that I would invest in cards that people want to use. I would not invest in a card because of a lock-in, because I don't see a lock-in being the most relevant thing in the world for a lot of these sets. So I would invest in cards that people want to use. So one of the great investments, I think, is Boban. Like a 15k for Boban Marjanovic, that's a steal. And I wonder what price Isaac Bonga is going to go to. Like, as you guys can see, Isaac Bonga is like 10, 11k. Like, you could have easily picked him up for 3, 4k when he first came out. And because so many people want Isaac Bonga, honestly, he's an ideal investment. If you want to make MT, Boban is a good investment. So invest in cards that you use yourself. So let's have a look here. So you can see he's more than 7.5k. So you could have honestly gotten double your investment had you bought him a while ago. But I think he's going to creep down in price. And if he goes back down to the 5, 6k MT, man, I'm telling you, that's a must. Like, he's 10k MT now. I'm guessing you're going to see him drop a little bit. Or he was 10k MT anyway. As you can see, he's gone from 10k. He's starting to... Someone's obviously price fixed him. If every one of them is 10k, 10k. But you can see some of them here, like 8,750. It's not a great investment at that price. But if he does drop around the 5, 6k MT, Isaac Bonga is one of the safest investments in this game, because he will always have a spot in budget teams. He is 100% one of the safest investments in NBA 2K20. So he is a player that you can definitely look at. And then, I'm trying to think of who else I would say are players that you should really look for. So, I wouldn't necessarily invest in the Tracy McGrady's of the world. I think you might be able to get him low and sell him high in a couple of days, but I don't think that that's a safe enough investment. I think that is very risky. If, for example, someone like a D-Rose drops to a buy now, let's have a look, see if there's any opals that are buy nows. I would not be that surprised if... Okay, so Trae Young. I did not realize Trae Young was that cheap. So Trae Young is actually not awful value, to be honest. But like Alex Caruso here. So I have a weird feeling that Alex Caruso might pick up in price. Like, you can see him here, he's dropping down to 95k. If he drops to around the 80k MT, I think you might be able to sell him on Sunday for 100, 120k. I think he might go... As you guys can see, he only became a buyout once these packs came out. Like, he was never a buyout before. And just like with this card right here, when they released super packs, he became a buyout and then went straight up. Just like this guy right here, Dwayne Wade. Because Caruso is a pretty good card that I think if you can pick him up for around the 80k mark, I wouldn't invest in a bunch of Carusos, but I think maybe investing in one Caruso is not the worst idea in the world, because as you guys can see, he's only became a buyout because of these packs. And because of that, it means that it's very likely that when these packs go, he's sought after enough that he won't be a buyout anymore. I don't know how I stumbled on my words there. But yeah, so anyway, that is the video. This is Facecam, which is a little bit new. If you're wondering about the glasses, I am looking at screens way too much, and I kind of have to use a blue light filter. My eyes are starting to really hurt me. And the headphones, so I can kind of hear back my voice a little bit to know what I sound like, because obviously you don't really know what your own voice sounds like. But anyway, yeah, bit of a change right here. If you want me to stop using it, I'll stop. If you want me to keep using it, I'll keep using it. So anyway, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like,